Hello, crafty friends. Lisa here. I am so excited to be back on my channel, Confetti and Cards with Lisa. Today I'm participating in Whimsy Stamps February Peekaboo Hop featuring the Peekaboo Window 3 die. If you're new to my channel and you like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. For those of you who are returning subscribers, welcome back. It has been a while. Now later in the video, we'll discuss the details of the hop, but for now, let's dive into this card making process, starting with the products I'm using. In the center, we have the star of the hop, the Peekaboo Window 3 die, and off to the sides, the supporting products with the Hey Chickadee stamp and coordinating dies on the left, and on the right, the It's Cloudy stencil. I'm bringing in a small silicone mat. I've had this mat for years. I bought it to use with my heat gun. It serves double duty as a grip mat on this glass surface for me now. The glass mat is great, but it is slick, so this little mat keeps my cardstock from moving around and I don't have to use tape. Everything has its place and time, right? So I'm going to stencil clouds onto a 4¼ by 5½ inch piece of cardstock using Memento Nautical Blue dye ink and a Whimsy Stamps blender brush. Something I don't do very often is the landscape orientation, but I thought it was best for this design layout. The It's Cloudy stencil is amazing. It makes creating cloudy skies so easy. Just twist and turn the stencil until you get that desired layer, and then blend off the edges with a blender brush in a circular motion. I do recommend masking off the center of the stencil because, as you see on my masking paper, there are cut out clouds in the center. And by masking it off, you can avoid blending over those areas. Now, because I don't use those clouds very often, I keep it masked off, changing the masking paper as needed. I have the Peekaboo Window 3 die here with my stenciled background, and I'm using Scotch removable tape to hold the cardstock to that die. I'm laying this down, cut lines up at an angle, and running it through my machine. I recommend getting in the habit of laying your dies on an angle. It really does save wear and tear on your machine and your plates. Now, once I clear this out of the way, I'm going to grab my mini scoreboard and score a 5½ by 8½ inch piece of pre-cut cardstock on the 4¼ inch line to create my card base. I'm going to add mounting foam to the back. I'm using my favorite 1/8 of an inch wide mounting foam strips, and we're going to go all the way around the edge of this die cut piece, making sure we have all the areas covered, and then we'll go ahead and center it on our card base after peeling back that release paper. Now, the cutout pieces can be adhered directly to the card base by adding glue to the back of them, and make sure that the stencil design is lining up. When I'm stamping images to color, I always use my MISTI because I've gotten into the habit of stamping the images with Memento Tuxedo Black ink, my favorite alcohol marker-friendly ink. And then once the images are colored, I stamp over them with my favorite detail ink, VersaFine Onyx Black ink. Now, it's my favorite black ink for showing off all the details of these adorable images I'm using. And while I start the coloring process of the images, I'm going to highlight some of the hop details with you. But first, let's get this coloring process started. I'm starting using Y21 Buttercup Yellow on the Chickadee's body along with my Colorless blender pen. This is a great tip for a beginner or someone who doesn't have a big marker collection. You can use your Colorless blender with the tip-to-tip technique, and you're just going to pick up some of the Y21 color on the tip of your Colorless blender, and that will help you blend that yellow color out on the body of these little chickadees. Now, they're not very big, so they're really easy to color. Now, the tip-to-tip technique can also be used for blending different colors together. Now, I'll have the colors I use listed in the product list below if you want to check it out. For now, let me give you some hop details real quick. So please check out the description box below this video for all the hop details. And just a quick reminder, you have to hop along each stop, subscribe, and comment for a chance to win that $100 gift card to the Whimsy Stamps online shop. You have until February 27th to leave your comments at each stop, and the winner will be announced on each channel in the description box of the hop video on March 1st. So if you want to know who won on March 1st, come back to this video and check the top of the description box and I'll have that listed for you. All the channels participating will do the same thing. Again, you have until February 27th, 11:59 Eastern Standard Time to leave your comment and subscribe. Now, the link in the description below will take you back to the Whimsy Stamps channel. If you haven't watched that video yet, be sure to check it out. So back to the coloring, I colored the branches with E25 and E23. Remember, there's not much technique being used here because these images are small. Now I'm going to use a small dot of R85 to each bloom along with R83, and I leave a lot of white space at the end of the blooms. There are a few buds and side views of blooms. I'm going to color that with R81. Now the birdhouse, I love this little whimsical birdhouse. I'm using G24 along the edges and then G43 to finish coloring it in with G40 to the roof to finish this off. So the coloring, you can make it as easy as you want, or if you want to get very detailed with the coloring, by all means go ahead, but I like to keep it simple. So here you can see I'm stamping the images again with that VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and those details just pop right off that paper. I love it. I'm going to grab all of my coordinating dies and run this through the die cut machine off screen, and then we're going to go ahead and start putting this card together and wrap this video up. Once I have all of the pieces cut out, I'm going to use foam adhesive strips and circles along with glue to adhere all the die cut pieces to my card base. Now I stamped the sentiment "Hey Chickadee" onto white cardstock using VersaFine Onyx Black ink and trimmed it with my paper trimmer to add to the card. I do finish this off with a few Sparkle All the Way sequins from This Calls for Confetti. It's so weird saying that. I'm not sure I'll ever get used to it. Anyway, remember to comment and subscribe for a chance to win that $100 gift certificate to the Whimsy Stamps online shop. We truly appreciate you all joining us for these hops. I have my affiliate links down below if you want to check out the products I use during the video. I appreciate your support. Again, thank you for watching. Until next time, please take care.